Hi everybody, today is Wednesday and we are doing a live stream on homecoming mom making. I've got several I have to get finished this week, so you guys can join in and see what I'm working on. I'm working on several at once, so I'm not going to be doing like one particular mom and starting to finish or anything like that. I'm going to be doing several, working on several, so you'll get to see that. So probably some backers and maybe some braids and stuff, because that's kind of the point I'm at with a lot of them. But I'm so glad for anybody that gets to join in or anybody that watches later. But please remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. Please be kind with your comments as always. And, if you can share any of my videos on social media or just an email or whatever, that really, really helps my channel. And of course, you can always tip me, and I have memberships available now. So anything you guys can do to support my channel and help me grow is greatly appreciated. Hello, Kay. How are you? Miss Kay always comments on my videos, and I'm so grateful for that, because that just commenting on people's channels really helps them grow as well. So, Juanita, hola, how are you? That's all I know, so don't ask me anything else. Entwined with Love Designs. I like that. Hello. It's nice for you to be here. I'm so glad you're here. Newbie. Okay, so I'm going to move my camera down so you guys can see what I'm working on instead of me. All right, I think we're at a good angle there. So I'm working on a 30-inch single. Hi, Christy. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm doing a 30-inch single, and I'm going to use a 7.5-inch flower on that one. And my backer is about just under 7 inches in diameter. And this is just a ribbon spool end. You can tell by the bigger hole. But these make great, really great backers. So what I'm thinking is I already got some of the ribbons out. I got this pretty 2.5-inch width gold foil. There's TJ. Hey, TJ. No, we've talked about pricing several times. Pricing is one of the hardest things on mum making for me, because it's like you feel like you're over, you don't want to gouge people, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of craftsmanship. So we have talked about that several times on lives, and you're welcome to go look at my prices on my Etsy shop and look at other people's prices, see what they're charging. But with mine, I'm charging with shipping, so you have to think about that too if you're just thinking about local. I'm cheaper local than I am on like Etsy or something, because I don't have, with local people, I don't have Etsy fees and all this shipping stuff that I have to purchase and all that kind of stuff. So that makes a difference too if you're just thinking locally, or if you're thinking selling on something like Etsy or Facebook or something. So I've got my, see, TJ, this is what I was talking about. Look, that's all I've got left. This was 3 rolls. I had 3 full rolls. Started out the season. This is the very last one. That's, can you see that? That's how much I got left. So I ordered another roll. I can't believe, I mean, I usually go through 1, maybe 1.5. I thought I was good with 3. And I have another 30-inch single to do next week, so that is not going to be enough. So I'm going to layer these 2 together, and the reason why, I mean, these are basically the same. They are the same width, but you don't want to put these on, make a loop out of these and put it on by itself, because it's just going to flatten out. So if you put it with, this is an acetate, this is a cheaper ribbon. This is a polyflorentine, I think, yeah. So you can use luster, satin luster, polypropylene. I always buy the cheaper ones for the 2.5, because it's either going under something really pretty like this, or it's the background streamers, and there's all those other ribbons on top of it, so it doesn't matter. To me, you don't have to go with the acetate for that, because the acetate is so much more expensive. It is thicker, so that's really up to you, but to me, I want to save money, and that's one way I do that. So I'm going to layer those and make, and my plan is to do 6 loops. I know usually, I do 4 and go like this, and then I'll fill in between and fill in even more if I need to. but I'm doing 6. I'm going to go one here, and then here and here. And then I'm going to go in with smaller loops with the 1.3 inch. And I've already cut these. So that's the 7/8. And this is new red. This is what I use for like crimson or scarlet colors. I got this last year for one of my Woods Wildcats customers. Actually, it was the only one I had last year. And I let her pick out the color ribbon. I showed her like a palette of all the colors, and they picked out this one. And they said it was perfect. They ordered again this year, so I've been using it. This year I had several mums with this color, and nobody's complained. So new red is what I used. The only thing, you know, I like that All-American Balloon Company for a lot of mum supplies now, and they don't have this color, so I will have to order it somewhere else. I got it off Amazon. Now this I got at Hobby Lobby. I was really surprised that they had some pretty ribbons in this color. So they are calling this one dark red, just dark red. They're real pretty. It's kind of a stiff glitter, which is really good for mum making. Now this, I'm thinking of putting it on top of here to give it some of that dark red. And then so this on top of the white with the really thin gold glitter. And this glitter I got off Amazon. It's a large roll. It's metallic on the other side. So, and I am way behind on my chats. I'm sorry, guys. Same for TJ. Okay, so All American Balloon is one place. Amazon is another place that I get ribbons, the acetates. All American Balloon is going to be cheaper, but you're not going to get free shipping unless you order a certain amount. So if you've got, you know, quite a few things to order, then you'll be, you know, they've got trinkets and mum flowers and all that. So they've got really good prices on everything. And even if you have to pay shipping, I had to pay shipping on one order, and it wasn't very much. It was like priority mail shipping cost, you know, maybe like $10 to $12. It wasn't bad. So Amazon or All American, L&M Wholesale. I used to buy a lot from them, and somebody told me they were getting out of the homecoming mom business last year, but I just looked last night and they still have homecoming mom supplies. They still have ribbons, but their ribbon prices are really high. They were like Amazon or higher to me. And then I have, in a lot of the descriptions of my videos, I do have an Amazon shop. I get commission. If you use that as an entry into Amazon and buy anything, I'll get a little bit of commission off that. So if you want to do that, I appreciate that. I'm already losing my voice. Hi Sylvia, how are you? I'm glad you're back. Petra? You know, I am making a mum. I just finishing one up for your school. Hold on, let me see. Make sure this is the one I'm thinking. Yes, it's a Christian Academy, NBCA. Is that the same school that you go to, your kids go to? Oh, that's so nice to hear, Petra. Thank you so much. Oh, mega senior mom. Wow. That's awesome. Is it Brianna or Brianna? I guess you can't tell me, huh? So here's the one. I just got this far this morning. I was working on this one. I just have to cut stickers for her, but I did a volleyball cutout. The only thing is green only comes in one color, so we did a little bit lighter, but the colors on the glitter cardstock never, I mean, it's really rare that they match up really well. Probably royal blue is about the only one that really matches up with your school colors. So don't worry about them being slightly off. They Hobby Lobby even has scarlet now, which looks pretty good with this stuff. You know, it's not exact. And then Michael's has burgundy, and it's a little bit more on the violet side, I would say, but it still looked good with the burgundy mums. But so hunter green, gold, black, and I did a lot of dog tags once I got my sublimation going. So she plays volleyball, of course you saw that, and then I tried to do the school colors, and then I put her name on there, Ashlyn. So I'm really playing around with these dog tags. I went through 50 dog tags. I just ordered 500 more. I can really play around. And then I did all kinds of swirls and stuff. But she's blinged. If you couldn't tell, she's blinged. Oh, and look at my heart chain. I put it on tubing, that Deco Mesh Flex tubing, instead of ribbon, because I usually cut that ribbon off and then add the tubing here to hang it from so it doesn't twist. And I thought, why don't I just make it with the tubing instead of ribbon? And that's how it turned out. You know, they don't attach to it flat, but once it's hanging on there, I think it looked really good. So I may start doing that from now on. Oh, thank you, Entwined. I'm just going to say Entwined. Thank you, Kay. And this ribbon, this really pretty, I don't know if you guys can see, that metallic gold. This is from Dollar Tree. It's one of their soft satin ribbons. They're newer, like it's kind of sparkly and glittery, but it's still a soft satin, so it's still good for a ribbon necklace, but it's really pretty. So when they want something bling, that gives them a little extra bling there. Thanks, TJ. So I'm trying to see. I don't know exactly where I got this ribbon. I just looked through my stash, my boxes of extra wired ribbons, and it was in there. So it's like metallic looking. And it's kind of soft. I guess it's a little bit see-through too. And I just want to cut these at 6 inches. Since this is a full-size mum, I'm making my loops at 6 inches long. Again, I want to cut these at 6 inches. And then I'm going to remove all the wires. The only time I don't remove the wires from these ribbons is when I make a really large bow on a girl's full-size mum. A couple of mums this year, I made a really pretty big bow with long tails, you know, and curled the tails. And so I left the wire in there because that's the only way I'm really going to get that spiral effect with the tails. And I've taken videos of, not the first few weeks of mums, I didn't think about it. I mean, I did some, but I wasn't really thinking about it for YouTube. But the last like 3 or 4 weeks, I've been taking videos of every mum I finish. That way I can load them up later and you guys can see the finished product of all those mums. So I wish I'd gotten all of them, but I am getting all these, the last half of them at least. Okay, that's 6. So you will get to see those mums as well. Now most of these ribbons are really easy to get the wire out. You just kind of push that up and then pull that out. It's really easy. Oh, Teresa, okay. I like how that turned out too, TJ, with the tubing. I will probably forget the next time I go to make one, just out of habit, but once I get the habit of making it with the tubing, I think it'll, you know, I'll remember every time. But yeah, like I said, you know, when you're making it, you couldn't get it, I couldn't get it flat, but the heart's flat. But once it's hanging up, I thought it looked really good. Oh, how fun. Oh, good, Pam. I'm so glad. I bet it's fun, though, to make them for your grandkids. Ooh, a double. I bet it has changed since the 90s. Lucy, nobody's here. I'm talking on the line. She thinks somebody's here. I think it's the tone of my voice changes and they think somebody's here. Oh, I bet the costs have gone insane. Yeah, I get as much stuff as I can from the Dollar Tree. I mean, you'd be amazed at some of the stuff you can find. And that helps with all the expensive stuff that you get too. I like to make wreaths too. I'm getting kind of, I'm having wreath withdrawals. I made a bunch during the summer, you know, because I knew I was going to be busy now, but now I'm like, oh, I'm going to make some Christmas wreaths, and I still have quite a few mums to make. I like to watch other people make mums too. I like to see what, you know, what they come up with, because everybody's designs are so different. And, well, that's how they are with homecoming mums too. I like to see how other people make their mums. Another wreath maker, Teresa. These are my good acetate cutting ribbons. I may cut like some glitter, but I keep them in this cup way over here. You guys can't see it. That way I won't accidentally grab them and then use them on like a wired ribbon or something, and then I'm gonna ruin them. Or adhesive, if you use it on tape, you know, you get tape on there and it won't come off. So I have the one really good pair of scissors that's for ribbons like this. That's gonna cut them really well. And then this cheap little school scissors is for my wired ribbons. These are bandage scissors. They work great on wired stuff and, you know, all kinds of other things, and they're not going to ruin. So there's that. And then I have one more pair, like a medium size, and that's for ribbons as well. I try to save that for pretty good ribbons too, not wired. Ooh, with signs. Oh, that's an awesome idea. Yeah, that's what I liked about doing the sublimation. I was like, I'm going to make my own trinkets and have some fun, you know. Do like the school logos, and then do some that are personalized for the kids. And I knew that would be, you know, something different and fun for them. And I've never seen that. I don't know if anybody else has done it or not, but I haven't seen it. But the wooden, the little trinkets, that would be fun. Did it, Kay? I did a poinsettia one once out of mesh, and it turned out really cute. I haven't done one since. That was years ago. So when I'm doing these backers, I kind of have an idea in mind, but I just kind of let it make itself. Like I started out with this ribbon. I was like, okay, I want to use this ribbon, so what can I do with that ribbon? And then I thought, okay, I really want to include this really pretty glitter that I bought. Plus her mom is, you know, she paid for extra bling, so I've got to use these nice ribbons. Make sure I use a lot of nice, pretty ribbons on her mom. And I made her one last year that was blinged as well. And I love when they return, but then that you also have that, oh no, I gotta make it better than last year. What am I gonna do? I think that's 5. Yes, I use that too, Pam and Reese. I made a, let's see, I've done it with, recently I did 4th of July wreath, and I did the tubing with the tinsel at the end, so it looked like little fireworks going off. And then I did a breast cancer awareness wreath. No, I I did a pink wreath, and I was showing like how it can be for Valentine's, and then it can be for breast cancer awareness. I was showing different options, but I was taking the tubing with the Chanel stem and making like hearts, and then I was showing it where you can make the symbol and the little ribbon awareness, and I can't remember what else, you know, and then you could do spirals and all kinds of fun stuff with it. Okay, I think that was 6. Those are over there. I talk to myself when I'm working too. Now for this pretty glitter. Oh, this is the other Hobby Lobby ribbon. This one actually says Scarlet, and it's that dark red, but it's got a little bit of gold flakes in it, like gold sparkly flakes. I keep moving it wrong. See if you can see that. So it's a soft satin, but it's got that sparkle in it. There, I think you guys can see it now. And these were both in the sewing department where the ribbons are in that department. I was just looking at her mum earlier. I was trying to see how I made it last year. I need to pull something up, and I hope I don't mess this up. So bear with me if the screen did something weird. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. For some reason, when I'm doing a live now, I can't do anything from my studio app. I can't do any editing, which means I have to pull it up on my computer and mess with that. Okay, let's just okay, that's 6. Let me see if I can find it again. I'll show you guys. Oh, good, it pulled right up. So this is the one I made her last year. I had a 3D backer. It was only 24 inches long, so this year she went 30 inches, but still single flower, and she wanted extra bling again, and she wanted the 3D backer again, so I'm trying not to make it exactly the same. I made her a big paw print cut out. So I'm trying to look at that backer. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I did wide loops there, but I did a different gold glitter ribbon, and then I did gold and red tubing. I can't see all the loops because of the 3D backer, but I'm trying to make it look a little bit different. I hope it does. I'm definitely, you know, I've got 3 braids made, and I did 3 different braids than what she got last year. Hello, Mimi. Thank you so much, Mimi. I appreciate that. Oh, there's Connie. Not much. I'm just cutting ribbons for a 30-inch girls backer. So I gotta make her backer. She just messaged me today and said that instead of wearing their mums on Friday, they're wearing them on Thursday because Friday is like one of the teacher days, you know, that they get off. So I gotta get it to her a day earlier than what I thought. So I kind of moved her up in the line. So I'm gonna make those wide ribbons and then these loops, and I don't know what else. I don't know if I want to do tubing again since I did tubing last year. I did red tubing on hers last year, but it was not a regular red. I get my tubing at Dollar Tree as well, but at in the fall, with their fall stuff, not Halloween or Christmas, the fall stuff, they get a deeper red tubing, and that's the tubing I used. So if you can find that, if you need to do this color red, if you can find that tubing color, look for it. So it's going to have the fall packaging on it. So it's much easier to go ahead and make your loops and staple them and then attach them on the backer after you've got those made. Ooh, fun, Pam. I like the spiral one. I think it's one of my favorite ones. The heart one was my first one that I came up with. The heart one that links together and kind of rotates. And then I came up with so many different, you know, variations of that heart, and then I did the spiral one. There's a couple of people on Etsy that have in their listing, they, you know, of their mums they've made. There's a couple with the tubing chains on some of their mums, and then there's another one that has a couple of pictures with a 3D backer, and I was like, yes, somebody's using them. I also have to worry about, there's another girl I did a mum for, shipped hers off, was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. The same school as this one. So I don't want theirs to look anything alike, and she also bought a 3D backer. Hers is 24 inches long, but she went even bigger on the mum head. She got an 8.5 inch flower. So I did her 3D backer different than this girl's. Best photo. So this is her, this was hers. I was really proud of the volleyball cutout. So she really wanted to make sure that it popped against that white flower, so I did the little small part of the volleyball, the little lines in gold, just the circle is in white, but then I did a circle even a little bit bigger in the scarlet, and so that, you know, outlined it and made it really pop on that white flower. And then I did her number separately, and I did that in white and scarlet, and then glued it onto the volleyball, and I'm really glad I did it that way. I think it really popped on there. But anyway, there's her 3D backer. I did it in sections. I did one little section of ribbons here, one here, and one here. So her name is here, his name is here, and then Wildcats was there. And it's just a layer of pretty ribbons. I did her name and the Wildcats, I did white HTV vinyl, so those were heat pressed. And then his is just regular vinyl on acetate ribbon. She's the one that got that double box braid too. So she, you know, I don't want to do anything the same on theirs. I'm trying to change them up. I don't want them to look anything alike. Because that would, you know, I mean, you spend that much money on a mum and you don't want to walk into school and go, oh, we got the same mum. Let me do this glitter. I think I'm just going to do it off to the side like that. Very simple. So see, you can do them plain like this, or you can add that pretty. I don't have anything turned on in here either. I just realized that. My echo's not on, my hot glue gun's not turned on. I'm not very prepared. Let me turn that on. I just match them up like this to make sure that they match. Which if they're going on a backer, they don't have to be perfect. But if you're doing them on a loop chain, you want to try to make sure that they really match up well. I've had a really tough time this week being motivated. I'm exhausted and I just ready for it to be over. I'll miss it as soon as it's over. I'll be like, I want to make some more mums. I'm sure, like, give me a couple of weeks afterwards and I'll be ready to go again. I think I need like a week break and I don't have that. I'm not complaining. I'm just exhausted. And it worries me that I'm not gonna make them a great mom being so tired and not being real motivated. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach these. Let me find. I'm gonna use a smaller one and try to center that up. This just gives me a guide on where to attach my loops. So I can kind of follow along where I attach my first one. I can kind of tell on the line where I've attached each one. And it just helps me because you don't want one way up here and then this one way up here, you know. So you turn it over and it looks like, you don't want it looking like this on the back. And you'll be able to tell on the front if it looks like that. Unless you're doing that on purpose, if you're just putting them all over the place. But if you're wanting them all even, then try to do some kind of a guide. But see, I can look at the line and I kind of know how far I went down on the line. I looked over and my thing was off and I was like, wait a minute. I like to use my mat as a guide too, like I can kind of look at the grid, see if I'm attaching them evenly. So that's how far off the backer I am. That's about 1.5 inches off the backer if you want to know that. So I'm just doing my north and south first. So I can kind of see, you know, did I do the same amount? It looks pretty close on the back. It's not going to be perfect, but I just want it to be close. Hey Alexa, open the YouTube app. I like to watch it, make sure that I'm on.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Is my voice sound too funny, I guess? Too way loud. Alexa, open YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
There we go. I added too much, I guess. Okay, so now I'm going to add these two kind of centered up like that. And I like to lay them on there first and kind of see where do I need to attach them, because I want to make sure that it's about the same distance in between there. Okay, so I just have some little triangle spaces in between. I want to make those pretty even. Now for the other side. So I can't read that very well. That's supposed to be my subscriber goal right there in green. I don't know if it's coming out right. I can't even read what it says. It says my subscriber goal, but I can't read what the rest of it says. I don't know if you guys can figure that out or not. Okay, that's pretty even. I wish I had some 1.5 inch or, you know, around 1 inch glitter, gold glitter, and I don't, which is surprising. Because I would do like some spikes here, you know, with dovetails or a V shape at the cut at the end. That's what I would do there. I'm gonna make these smaller ones. I'm trying to think, is there something else I could do? I could cut those. And then when I attach those loops, I can come down a little bit. So if you cut tails or spikes, you want to cut them half the length you cut the loops for. So 3 inches. Since I cut my loops, the ribbons for my loops at 6 inches, I'm cutting the ribbon for my tails or spikes at 3 inches. And then I just want to fold that, cut it at an angle towards the fold. I thought Connie did a really good job of explaining that in her video. Cut from the point to the fold, but you don't crease it. You don't want to crease the ribbon. So you get that pretty dovetail or V shape, as I like to call it, but people kept correcting me that it's a dovetail, so I've been calling it a dovetail. That's what I wanted. I thought I needed something wider, but I don't. And I'm glad that I used that instead, because that gives it more of that red color. TJ, you are so sweet. you know, I have that pretty silver that's 1.5, and I got a really large roll, and I don't remember why I didn't get gold. I don't know if they were out of it or what, but I've done so many gold mums here lately. I'm thinking I really need to, you know, I invested in a lot more gold stuff this year, but again, next year I need to really do a lot of gold, because it was probably half and half. I used to do only silver, like I only got stuff, silver orders, and then I started getting a few golds. Now it's like I said, it's half and half, so I need to make sure I have plenty of gold stuff. My little V shape is kind of sideways. I need to correct it. There. I stapled a loop down the other day. I didn't look behind me to see what I was stapling. There's another one I did it wrong. If you don't fold it right in the center, then it doesn't turn out right. But anyway, I was stapling, and I stapled a loop down like this, and I like to have never gotten it undone. I managed not to tear it up though, so that was a bonus. Then I told TJ yesterday I was making a backer. I was all proud because I finished a backer and I was fixing to attach it, and then I realized I had made a 5-inch backer and it was supposed to be a 4-inch. So when I went to go attach it onto the streamers and braid, guess what? It didn't fit, so I had to take all the loops off and redo it on a 4-inch backer. That's what exhaustion will do for you. You make a lot of mistakes. And I just can't seem to cut these evenly. Here we go. Last one. Now I've done them where this is all that there is on it. If it fits the flower perfectly, you don't need anything else. I mean, it's up to you though. I mean, if you want to do a bunch of layers on your backer, a bunch more stuff, go ahead. But if it fits your flower perfectly, you don't have to keep on going. I've done plenty where it was just one layer. Let me get the flower and I'll look and see what it's looking like. So here's the flower. I don't know if you can tell, that's a big 7.5 inch. See, I could totally quit there if I wanted to. Oh, hey Becky, I'm sorry. I don't know how I missed that. Really? The last one. Are you relieved? It looks like you're relieved. I think I will be too. This is my last hectic week, so I'm grateful for that. I cut back on how many I would allow for next week, which will be the 29th and 30th homecomings. There's one of them's on the 30th. But next week I'm doing a 30-inch, so that's a big one, and then I'm doing 2 mid-size for somebody, and then 2 5-inch peewees or minis. So that's 5 mums still for next week. That's still quite a few mums, but I have been doing like 12 to 14 a week, and that's why I'm so exhausted. So next week I feel like I can spend, you know, after I get these out, I'm trying to get them done and get them shipped out by Saturday. So that means I'll be starting on these on Saturday, hopefully. But I'll be able to spend, oh wait, I've got a leg garter to an 18-inch. So that is 6 mums. 6. I'm not doing any more than that. But that's still half the amount of what I've been doing the last like 3 weeks, 3 or 4. So like I said, I'll be able to spend a little bit more time on them and be able to rest a little bit, I think, hopefully. And then after that, I have some, no, wait, I'm sorry, the 2 mid-size are actually the week after that. So, see, the exhaustion, I can't think straight. So I've got 2 5-inch, a 30-inch, and a leg garter for next week, and that is it. I'm not taking any more orders for next week. I don't, unless it's a ring mum. I'll take some ring mum orders. Those take me like an hour to do unless they need a custom cutout. But then the next week I have 2 mid-size, and she ordered really early, so I need to really spend a lot of time on those. I'm not going to take very many orders that week if anybody else has them. But after that I have 4 hair bows, a 5-inch, a 5-inch extra long, another hair bow, and a ring, and those are all no rush, not homecoming. They're just like some kind of gift or, you know, fun mum, and they've all ordered and said I'll wait till after you're done with homecoming. So they've, most of those have been like in there for like 2 months, and they were all like, it's okay, whenever you get to them in November is fine. So I can take my time on those too to get those out. One of them is actually the ring mum. She wants to give it to her daughter for like a Christmas ornament, so that'll be something fun. But I am down to my last sheet. When I started out, I had 3 sheets of notes. I only have 1, so that feels good. All right, so what am I doing now? See, this is, I can't concentrate, I can't think. I keep making mistakes, so that's when I know it needs to shut down pretty soon, or I need a really long nap, like a 12-hour nap. It's that mum brain too I keep telling you guys about. It's in full swing. I keep waiting for someone to tell me I made their mum the wrong colors or something. Just overlapping those like that. Very simple. But some nice little sparkle there. And I will probably attach these. Go down just a little bit and make sure you can see those tails, those little spikes. So somewhere along there. And you can see that that's pretty close. That's almost exact. So if anybody else does that color, Hobby Lobby does have a couple of pretty ribbons that you can use with these. I do need to get this in the 1.3-inch width since I got so many orders this season. And of course, if I buy a lot of stuff in this color, I'll end up not getting hardly any orders next year. Because last year I had several black and gold mum orders, and I was scrambling for things to put on it. So this year I made sure I had black and gold trinkets. I had a couple of black and gold mum flowers even. Nothing. Not one black and gold mum this season. Like, that's the way it always goes though. I don't remember what size that, I always forget what that size is, that really thin. Well, here's one. Let's see what it says. 3/8 inch. This cute navy gingham I got from Michael's. Navy is another color that's hard to buy for. Oh, TJ, Connie, I got a bunch of those. My husband found me a bunch of those stickers at a couple different Dollar Trees. He got blue megaphones. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? So the blue megaphones. Basketballs. I know I'll use these volleyballs. And there's a football. And I know there was a soccer ball too. Oh, baseball. The baseball ones. Here's my soccer ball. wait to use some of those on something. I don't know what yet. Oh, how fun, Becky. Well, that's okay. That seems like a really good reason to cut it short. I know he found the megaphones and the basketballs at one store and one baseball. And that's all they had. And that was in one larger town. And then this week he went to another, like a much bigger town, and he found all those other ones. He found the footballs, the soccer balls, more baseballs, the volleyballs. So they may not all carry the same thing. Like I said, it's only been 2 stores, and I think I don't know if they were the biggest stores or not. Yeah, if you guys need those blue megaphones, let me know. I don't think I have any more blue ones this season for girls. I got a blue and gold one, blue, white, and gold one over here, but that's a guy's. I did a dog tag for just about everyone, unless they were just like a basic mini or peewee. I just have to remember to put them all on there. But like this girl, she's a swimmer. And so I found that cute little design, and then I put her name on the cap, the swim cap. I don't know if you can see that. Turned out pretty cute, except that I put it where the hole is at the bottom, so I'm going to have to figure out how to attach it like upwards. One of these that is No Rush, he's just a mini or a peewee, but I wanted to do something special for him since they waited so long for it. So that's their school logo, and then I put his name on it. And again, the 2 hair bows. She was one of the first ones to order, and she's been so patient, and that's their school logo. And she wanted me to try to incorporate the school logo somehow, and so I'm going to do that. I've got a bunch for our school. Here's the Wildcats. So that will be hers. There's another logo for one I'm working on pretty soon. I'm doing one for USC Trojans. I can't remember. I think it's a minimum. And I did one for Tennessee, for University of Tennessee. I just finished up and shipped it. I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday, or maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember. I think it was yesterday. But a wrist mum, that was, you know, they're orange and white, and they like that checkerboard and stuff. So we got some Tennessee ribbon, and then I used the orange gingham ribbon from Dollar Tree, and then I made her a little dog tag with the Smokey the dog on it, and it had the orange and white checkerboard in the background. But she's also a twirler, so I did twirler trinkets. It turned out so cute. But she's apparently supposed to be the star twirler in the game on Friday night, so they ordered that special for her game on Friday. Here it is. So we did a custom cutout with the school logo, and then there's her little, I don't know if you can see the dog tag. I don't know if I got a better one or not. You really can't see it that well on any of these. There it is. So it turned out super cute. She was really excited. Anyway, and then I've got, this girl does basketball, volleyball, and golf, so I did all 3 on there. I think that's all of them for upcoming orders. The only thing on these, I have to do like a full sheet at a time when I print out designs. You can't just do one, or you'd waste the whole sheet, and you know, that would be a lot of work. So I have to come up with a whole sheet of designs before I print them out and then heat press all of them. So it is a lot of work, but definitely for the bigger mums, I'll definitely do those. This year I'm just kind of playing around with it, and a lot of people got them, but next year I'll be more particular about who gets what. Oh, I knew what you were saying. I knew you were saying megaphones. Oh, this blue and gold garter that I'm working on, their skull is the antlers. And my husband also found these in this Christmas. So they're just glitter antlers. And I was like, ooh, I can use those in that mum. So there's white ones, gold ones, and then like a brownish color. But I'm thinking about putting them in the flower and see how they look. Hopefully they look good. Okay, so now I'm going to attach these since I did all that show and tell there. I don't want to completely swallow these up and not be able to see them. That would be a waste. Okay, so that'll be about perfect. It's best to keep your flower somewhere close and just, you know, keep putting it on your backer and make sure that everything looks good. I think this one can get in better. I don't know why. It seems like they're about the same, but the further in you go with loops, it's harder to get in there and get them stapled, and then you want to be careful about smashing them. You don't want to crease all that. That'll make it look bad. So you could glue them if you want to. It's just you have to stay there and hold it down. And then I just don't think they look as good. But sometimes I do glue them if I'm, you know, if it just gets almost impossible to staple them. But I think she'll like this. It looks really sparkly and pretty, so. She likes everything I've shown her so far. You guys are going to love one of the braids that I did. I'll have to show that. I haven't attached the braids yet because I haven't made them all. But I did play around with a braid, and I figured out a way to make something that I have been getting requests for. So it will definitely be a future tutorial. Look at that. See, that wasn't anything difficult. I think it's just really simple and pretty with all these sparkly ribbons. Sorry, I'm getting a message from Etsy customers. So I learned really quickly on the custom cutouts, and this has to do with this message, is doing a monogram is very difficult. Very time consuming, so I've made a rule that that's extra. If they want a monogram, they're going to have to pay extra. I can do their first initial, I can do a lot of different logos and things like that, you know, and then of course paw prints, fun things like that. But if they want a monogram, they're going to have to pay for it because it is a lot of work, and it's definitely not worth on a smaller mum, you know, like a $60 mum. Well, but $60 with shipping, I mean, I don't remember what I'm charging for those, but yeah, no. And and I can't remember what I charged the monograms for, but so far nobody's bought a monogram because they don't want to pay for it. They don't want to pay for the work. But they are so difficult. I mean, to me it's difficult. You know, you go through all the fonts and you're trying to find a really pretty one, and then you have to try to fit them together just so they look really, really good, and then, you know, you're cutting them out, and they really look best if they're in like 3 colors. So it's a lot of work. A monogram is a lot of work. You know, they may be easier for some people, but for me they're very difficult. So if one of my customers wants it, I got another request today for one, and I was like, you can have one, but you're gonna have to pay extra for it. And she was like, no, that's okay, we'll go with this. Let me look on my page and I can tell you what I'm charging for it. TJ, do you like that new seller app, that Etsy seller app? There's a couple of things I like about it, but I'm not getting notifications like I used to, and there's a lot of things I can't do on it that I could do on the other one. I'm not liking it very well. I told them about it too. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm charging $20 for a monogram because, well, it's way over an hour's worth of work. So really, when you think about it, it's not that bad. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna do any tubing or anything because I did, like I said, I did swirls on hers last year. Let's see. I just really want it to look clean and, you know, just pretty, like simple and clean, but sparkly. And I did a big paw print, like I said. Let me find that. It seemed big. It may not look that big on here. No, that's perfect. And she's getting the 3D backer too, so this is gonna have to be like, you know, it might be more on the side like this. But I did it in 3 layers. I did the white, and then the scarlet, and then the gold. And this gold I got at Michael's, and I only got 1 sheet. I wish I'd gotten more. It's kind of holographic. It's got some bigger glitter pieces in it. It's kind of sequency and glittery at the same time. So it kind of picks up, you know, more colors in it. Here, you can see that. It's so pretty. Yeah, I was mad at myself for only getting 1 sheet of it because it's so pretty. And I already used it up. And she wants more custom cutouts than that. They actually paid for an extra one. But I usually do a couple, you know, one for the flower and then another simple one for on a braid. And I have an extra homecoming one cut out. It's not outlined, it's just the simple words. But I might go back and do a background for it. Okay, so I'm gonna center this flower. Since I have a big hole, I don't want the flower to go off to one side or the other, so I'm just gonna glue this in and let it set. That way it stays centered. But I also have to put a couple of things on here to weigh it down. Just until that glue sets really well. Yeah, exactly, TJ. Yeah. Yes, the blue seller app. Well, like I used to get notifications when someone left me a review. Well, it actually started sending me notifications again today that somebody left a review, but when you click on it, it just brings you to that front page. It doesn't actually take you to the review. So, you know, on the old app, when I would click on that, there was that front page that would have all these notifications. It would say like, so-and-so purchased your item, whatever items, so-and-so left a review, so-and-so favored your item. So there, you know, you just had that one page that had all that stuff on it, and I really used that a lot. And sometimes I get orders that come in and I don't see the notification, and so I don't have that page that tells me something new came through. And so I've had a lot of issues with that. And then you know, you can't do much editing to listing. I used to do, like, I used to get on the Etsy app, that app, and put in the new listings and stuff, and now you can't add a new listing on the app. You can do a little bit of editing. I'm not real crazy about it. I do like that when someone messages me, it tells me, it links their order with the message, so I like that. And then if somebody has ordered multiple times, it says that they've either a returning customer or multiple purchases or something. I can't remember what it says, but I do like that. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the backer for that blue one. I'll show you which one I'm talking about. It's a mid-size garter. And they requested this double chain. They saw it on a girl's mom, and they wanted it on his for both of their names, so that's what I did. And the double military, I think I made this for a video tutorial, and I made it over 30 inches long, and I ended up using part of it on an 18-inch garter like last week, and I just stapled the bottom. I stapled where I needed to cut it. I stapled it to the left and to the right. I learned that from Connie. She did that on a military braid that she was using partial of, and I was like, that's smart. Staple like here, and then staple here, and then cut between those staples. So that's why it's stapled on the bottom, so I will have to cover that up. But it ended up being perfect length for the 18-inch and then for this 15-inch. So I don't know how that worked out, but I was grateful. And then I made the deluxe spirit chain, or 3-ribbon spirit chain, and the whip braid. So the colors are royal blue, white, and a golden yellow. And I had just ordered some golden yellow, so I was able to do that. And that's his dog tag. That's their school logo, the antlers. And football. So I've already got a few trinkets and bells on there. And I think I'm just going to do the basic twisted loops going around on the backer. I really like that on garters, especially for the high school boys. I don't know why, I just do. So that is this size. I'm using the 5.5-inch flower, so this is about 5 inches. Oh, really? I like to go to Hobby Lobby when they're running the card stocks on half price and load up, but they don't have that pretty gold. They do have the scarlet though. Well, that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't buy that much at Michael's, because I just happened to be by there, and they didn't have any of that stuff on sale, so I just got a few sheets. They did have the burgundy, so I got several burgundies because I knew that was rare. But I'd like to catch Michael's when they run stuff on sale, or, you know, use a coupon if I can remember to use the coupon. You can turn them on. I think I have them on. I can't remember. Thank you, Chantel. Oh, that's good. I'll have to play around with the app. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Kay. Okay, so I need white, and so I keep the white polyfluorentine for a lot of things, but I also have white and acetate too, which is thicker. So if it's going to be like on a, you know, like loops for the back, or where that's all you're seeing, they're not like layered with other stuff, then I want to use the acetate because that's thicker and it looks more, it's like a crisper white. So that's what I'm going to cut. And then I'm also going to cut the royal blue at the 1.5 inch, and I'm going to cut them at 6 inches long for the twisted loops. And then I will probably do, let's see, 4, 8, 12, probably 12. So I need to cut. You can layer the colors. Oh man, let's see. Wait, let me rethink this because I don't have the golden yellow in 1.5 or the 1.3 inch. I only have it in 7/8 and 9/16. So I'm gonna have to switch it up a little bit. I could do twisted loops in the smaller ribbons. I've done that before. I haven't done that very often. I can't remember how many it took though, but I think I'll do that. There's the golden yellow, 6 inches long, 7/8 inch width. I did have some gold metallic holographic, but I used all that already. But I think I'll just do blue, golden yellow, and white. I think I've only done one of these backers this year with this, like twisted loops with this size ribbon. Of course, I've done several twisted loop backers this season, but with the 7/8 I haven't. And it turned out really cute. Different too. So for the twisted loops, you want to twist it one away from you and one towards you. And then just match those up at the bottom so they make this nice point right there. And then staple that. You can kind of move these around a little bit to even them out if you want, but you'll get a loop like that. Now you can on this size. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Such a bad habit. You can do them where they're not, like here's the point I was talking about, but you can do them like this too with the smaller one. So they're more narrow. So that gives them a different look. And I've done that on the chains and sometimes on the backer as well. So it's just whatever look you want to do. I do too, TJ. You know, when I first downloaded it, sorry, there at the top it was like send feedback. I don't know if it's still on there or not, but there were several times I was like, I don't like this about it. I like this, but I don't like this. I did 6 of each color. I don't really know how many I'm gonna need. I just felt like that was a good number to start with. So again, one away from you, one towards you. Those make a good chain too, you guys. Actually, I think I'll do that on hers. I think I'll do a twisted loop chain on hers because she definitely didn't get one of those last year, and the other girl at the same school did not get one. So that'll be something different, and it's a fairly quick braid to make. So, and it's not one that has to be all perfect either. So either one with, well, it'll have to be this size because of the scarlet. That's all I've got. It's just, it has to be 30 freaking inches long. These used to give me such a hard time. I would forget, like, wait a minute, how do I twist them? So if it takes you a while to get this, don't worry about it. It took me a while too. You can go like this too. Rhonda at, what is it, Rhonda's Creative Corner, I think. She teaches these, and she teaches it like this. So that might be easier for y'all. I definitely want to give her credit for that because that's her tutorial. So she goes like this, like that. But I had already had it figured out the other way, so that's the way I make them. Away from you, towards you. And I can't remember if I was the first one or if Terrific was the first one to do a chain with them. One of us was. Like, one of us did. I know she did a chain with one size and I did a chain with another size, but I don't remember which one of us was the first one to do it because it's been a few years ago. But I was like, ah, great minds think alike. Great mum making minds or think alike. How about that? But I just love these twisted loops for guys' mums. Because it's definitely not anything feminine looking. And I doubt anybody will have twisted loops like this. I mean, there might be some that do twisted loops with the bigger ribbon, but this size you just don't. I think I'm the only one that does them with the smaller size on backers anyway. I've seen some chains with them, a few chains with them. Okay. I don't want to go down too far where you can see the backer. See in that V, that's down too far because you can see that. So you don't want to see that backer. I want to go up that far. And I think I'm just going to overlap them and start attaching them and hope that they turn out good. This isn't going to be any kind of rhyme or reason here. Okay. Just try to space them out evenly. I have no idea how many this is going to take. If I've got too many, if I don't have enough, if it's going to end up, you know, once I get around here, it may be too close together. I don't know. I have no idea. I might do another layer inside. I, again, have no idea. I'm just doing it. Make sure I'm doing the same pattern though. I'm just watching the V's down here to kind of tell how far they are spaced apart. I'm going to have one less yellow on here. Unless I cram two together. Which I'm going to do because I want the colors to match up. Yeah, it's different, isn't it, TJ? I love the twisted loop chains too. And for some reason I haven't made that many this year. But that will definitely be one I will make on hers. I think that'll be really fun and different too. I do need to show you all that. So let me get a 5-inch flower and see how this looks. So I had 3 left over, so 5 of each color would have been perfect. So 5-inch backer, 5 of each color, 3 colors would have been perfect. I'll tell you what I did do the other day. I did go through all my orders and I picked out every flower I would need, and I went ahead and secured all the flowers that I would need. I have gotten 1 order since then, but that gets me through the next 2 weeks though of flowers. I won't have to worry about securing them at least. That's definitely something I need to do in the summer. Get a whole bunch of them secure. It's just, you know, once you get them secure, they're all opened up and you gotta find somewhere to put them all. So see, that fits that perfect. Kind of looks like a flower though, doesn't it? Oops. Oh well. No, but it's fun, I think. It's definitely different. I could go ahead and add those in somewhere just randomly so I don't waste them. Let's see. That's where I added the last one, and it's kind of on top, so I think I'll go like that, and like that. Just so I'm not wasting them. Might as well put them on there. So I have a mini that I started. I just got the ribbon streamers done and her ribbon necklace done. I've got to make a braid for her. So the thing about my minis that I like, you know, I usually just do 1 braid or chain on that, so I don't have to worry about making more than 1 braid or chain on those. And then, so I got to do 2 more on hers at least. I've done some pretty wide braids, so 5 braids should be plenty on hers, on the 30-inch. And then I've got, let's see, I have another mid-size that I haven't started on at all. So she'll need like 4 or 5 braids on that one. But she was a rush order. She's gonna be the very last one. I told her, you'll be the very last one I make for the 22nd mums. And then I have 2 ring mums to make. Okay, so there's what it looks like with the 3 extra. I think it looks nice and even now. And you don't have to do them all in that order like I was doing them. You could randomly do them, or you could do all the blues in a cluster, all the whites in a cluster, all the yellows in a cluster. I know you do a lot of braids on your minis, but they look good. That's the style you've got. I was trying to come up with something simple, fast, you know, a cute design, but I do all those stickers, you know, the vinyl stickers, and I do different fonts and stuff, and that's what makes those minis and Pee-wees stand out to me, is the stickers. And that's a lot of time too. I spend a lot of time on designing those stickers and cutting them out, you know, on the vinyl and stuff, attaching them. So I probably spend, you know, as much time making a couple of braids as I do making the stickers, so. Now I just made a little hole in that one. This was one that I cut out, so I don't have to glue all that. Get in there and staple that. I like to do a couple of staples. I will still glue all down in here. Now this is the one that I'm doing the lights on. So I need to ask her if she wants the lights wrapped around the flower, or if she wants them in a braid. I don't, ooh, doing them down the double military braid would probably be really cute. Have them kind of poking out behind it, and then I could attach the end behind the military braid. I'll have to ask her about that. And that was, Connie gave me the advice about attaching it behind the braid. Give her credit for that. I think that's gorgeous. I love it. There's not anything crazy going on. Sometimes simple is better. Sometimes crazy is better. I just, you know, I like to change it up. I also like to staple these as well. I have a jar of just partial chenille stems. Like if I'm doing a smaller flower, like the 3-inch and sometimes the 4-inch, I just need this small piece. And then I also use them for, you know, I sell wreath forms and wreaths on my Etsy shop. And so you want to like tie those down. If you ever ship something like that, tying them down, anchoring them down to the bottom of the box with chenille stems is the best way to ship something like that. Then they don't move around in the box. Okay. Well, I feel better about getting 2 backers done at least. I can go ahead and attach his because I've got all his braids and stuff. I'll still add some more trinkets, but I've got several already hanging on there, so everything else will be glued on. I think I counted 3 more garters that I have left. Oh, I gotta make sure. I've got a leg garter. I mean, I still have some black ones and some black and white ones, but you know, if you're doing this color, they're not gonna want a black garter. But white garters, I had 12 originally, and I ran out of those very quickly. And then I ordered 15 more, and I think I have 3 left. I mean, some years I don't, or some seasons I don't hardly make any garters at all. And then like this one, it was just like garter, garter, garter. And a lot of, half of them were girls' leg garters. It wasn't that I did a lot of guys' garters. It was just a lot of girls' leg garters. Oh, you gotta do stickers. You need to cut out some stickers and do some fun. You know, like I like to do the little football stickers and, you know, different sports stickers. You can do music notes. I got tickled last night at one of my customers because it was just like, you know, sometimes you have a misunderstanding in communication and you're going one direction and she's going the other direction. But I sent her a picture of the finished mums, and his was band. And I did like a trumpet in the center of the flower and, you know, some other band stuff. But I cut out some music note stickers or vinyl stickers and stuck those on it. And, you know, I asked her to look it over and let me know if everything was okay. And when she messaged back, she said no notes. And so I thought she meant no music notes. And I was like, okay, I can peel those stickers off. And I thought, that's weird. It's band, you know, music notes go with that. I said, okay, I can pull those off, but you know, the trinkets have music notes and they're glued on. I can't take those off. She goes, no, I meant I have no notes for you. I was like, ooh, I'm glad I didn't go yank those off, thinking you didn't want them. But I couldn't stop laughing because I thought that was just total miscommunication there. Yeah, I think that's cute. I just love the loops on the garters. And you saw it was really quick to make. I always do a couple of staples. That way it's not going to move around. And then I can glue. If you don't like gluing your backers, that's fine too. I glue and staple. sure I get the glue on top of the garter. Now the garter I cut in half, glued and stapled it on the ends. And I always cut it in half right where the seam is, because you don't want the seam back here. That's going to be uncomfortable. So I always cut it at the seam. Now I'm going to go around and staple as well. Oops, sorry guys. I almost knocked my computer over. I like to make sure that it's really closed and there's no gaps. So that can be difficult to get in here. That one I did on top of the yellow loop so I could get, because I couldn't get under it, there was no room. Now go around this way. And for some reason it's usually easier to turn your stapler upside down and do this part. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on top of the loops to get a staple in there. One more right there. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. There. That's cute, isn't it? Now I want to glue another backer. I keep having to cut more backers and just things like that that are really time consuming that I don't really have time for. And I've tried to pay my kids to do it and they won't do it. Oop, I got a glob of glue on the ribbon there. I hate that. Okay. So instead of holding it and trying to squeeze those, I've been taking these, pinching those together. And I just do like I do the top half and then I do the bottom half. These are from the Dollar Tree. You get like 6 in a package. I spray painted that one black. I spray painted a band garland. I had it in silver and it was for at Mom the other day. And their colors were scarlet and gold or crimson and gold. So I used that, where is it? Design Master that I get at Michael's. And I offer this in a lot of different colors. This is perfect. You can spray flowers with this. This is for silk or fresh flowers, and it's for crafts. And it just does so much better than regular spray paint on crafting stuff. I love this stuff. So I spray paint some trinkets sometimes, or bells. I've had this in orange or black, and it does really, really well on anything like that. And it just gives it a really good finish. So anyway, I sprayed that garland, that silver garland, and made it black. Because she did, now this lady, she's just doing white, crimson, and gold. But the other lady did black with hers, and I thought it looked really good. I thought the black really made those colors pop. Okay, so now I'm going to lift up the bottom and glue in there. You always want to cover up these staples. You never want these staples exposed. And sometimes I get one that's a little bit under. I'll have a staple that I stapled too low. So you can just put like a dab of hot glue when you're finished. Just one little dab over that will cover that up. because you don't want that scratching somebody or snagging on their clothes. I managed to get these up under there between that ribbon and that bottom backer. These are just alligator clips. And it just closes that all up for me. So I don't have to stand here and like squeeze these closed. And then right there on the sides. I like that. I'll just turn it over and let it dry. I was talking about the monograms earlier. This one is willing to pay for it. She's one of the ones next week, though, that I only have that handful to do, so I will have more time to work on stuff like that. Now, if I was doing like a triple, you know, some huge mum like that they paid a lot of money for, then I would not charge them extra for like a monogram. To me, that would be something that would come with it, you know, and I do multiple custom cutouts for the bigger ones, so I usually do 2, so she'll probably get like 3 at least on hers because she paid extra for one. I'm sorry, Mimi, I'm behind. No, oh, TJ, I don't know if TJ does. TJ's on Etsy too. I don't Facebook, so I don't know who's on Facebook. TJ has some neat things. She does some neat, my mind just gone blank. Personalized candy wrappers and stuff. I wish I had known that when my son graduated, because that would have been fun to do some personalized candy wrappers. I don't know how else to say that. You tell him, TJ. Really, really cute. You got to check out her Etsy shop to see what I'm talking about. That's me. I do Pinterest, Etsy, YouTube. That's it. I ain't doing any more. That's enough. There is a lot of talent out there, Mimi. I know. I love to look at other people's creations. It's fun for me. It's like going and looking at houses for me, you know, seeing all the different unique things that people come up with. Me, I haven't done any triples this year. I just did that double. I did that one double and that was it. And honestly, the only triples I've done were smaller mums, and they were like 4-inch flowers. So the triple one was like maybe this big. I don't know, maybe smaller than that. That is nice and dry. Now I won't leave that cardboard looking thing. When I use this kind of backer where it's like, I mean, even though it looks clean, I don't like that. So I will cut out a circle in vinyl, like one of the colors, like gold. I'll do like the metallic gold, or I do have a royal blue too. And just cut out a circle that's slightly bigger than this, so make sure it covers everything up. Because I do care about how the back looks as well. Wrong bucket. That's my trash bucket. I think I got them all. I have not done a custom cutout for him yet. I don't know what. I think I'm just going to do a football. A football outlined. I did get some yellow, so I can use that. I already have the football and the football outline in my machine saved, so that's easy. This is the yellow. So this is just solid glitter yellow from Hobby Lobby. I know it looks pretty gold, but let me find a gold. I think that's champagne. I don't know if I have any full sheets of gold or not. That's foil. I think I've used them all. I don't know. You still really can't tell to me. Here we go. This is gold glitter, and this is the yellow, so you can see a difference. So I will use this golden yellow on his football, this, and then I have royal blue as well. Let's see if I have any full sheets of it. I like these metallic looking sheets too for the guys. The only thing is when I go to hot glue them on, I have to be very careful because on one of them, the hot glue, you could see where I had put the hot glue on the other side. It just kind of discolored it a little bit. So the next time I used one, I used my low temperature glue gun, and I didn't have that issue. There's a royal blue. So that's the two colors I'll use. That'll look good. And then if it looks good, I will put those antlers like behind or coming off the top of the football. Leave that yellow out since I need to use that. And I need to get that made today because it'll have to set overnight, and then I can attach it tomorrow and do his stickers. So all I really need to do is the custom cutout, his stickers, a few more trinkets, and he'll be set. So I did just a few footballs, 2 football helmets, 2 footballs, the sublimated dog tag, a big bell, and then I can add some more. You know what I like about this honeycomb is you can hang trinkets from it too. You can wrap like your wire or your string in those holes. I do that a lot when I use the honeycomb. That's fun. So I'll do like her name and his name. I do have yellow, but it's like a light sunny yellow, so I don't know how that'll look, but I do have like a gold metallic, I have gold holographic, gold glitter. So I'll try to do theirs different, like maybe I'll do one in gold and one in white, or I don't know. I think the yellow would be too yellow. It's not as dark as this, so I think it'll look funny. But I'll do their names in different colors and different fonts, that way they don't all blend in and look the same. And then I either do them where they're the names where they're the letters where they're coming down, or I'll do them slanted, and then his slanted like that. Or you could do them slanted like this and slanted like that. Just whatever you like. But I do like to change up so it doesn't look like it's, you know, one big name going down like that. So you can really tell this name and this name. And then I don't know where I'm going to put anything else at because I've got all these pretty ribbons. There's nowhere else to put vinyl. I could put here in white, but that's the only thing. I didn't leave myself a lot of. I could do some vinyl going down here. And then if I do small enough, I can do them in between here, like homecoming or something. So I'll just have to be creative with the stickers. Personalized candy wrappers, yes. The chip bags, yes, they're so much fun. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I was thinking graduation. That would have been awesome for graduation, but I didn't know about her page or her shop till then. After that, I think it was just a little while after graduation that I found out about her shop. I was so disappointed. I know, TJ, you should share some of your finished mums. Just do like some quick shorts on there. They're super easy to upload. You don't have to do any editing or anything because you I mean, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just film it on your phone and then upload them, so it would be super easy. This is a double loop chain, so I just call that a double loop chain. And the way I attach them, I made sure that they overlap and make a point where they touch. And I do have a tutorial for that, but I think I use the 7/8 inch ribbon in the tutorials and not the 1.3, and then I stacked them really closely on top of each other to make sure that I had plenty of room for their names, and hopefully I did count how many letters. I think I did. That would be bad. And their names. Trying to find them. Okay, his name was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. And hers is 7 as well. So yeah, I did count. I just can't remember. I'm so exhausted. Oh, I bet you were, TJ. I probably would have been those last minute orders. Can you make me this in a week? Glitter paper somewhere. It keeps falling over. Okay, so here's her 30 inch. And I keep trying to do tutorials with these long, doing the streamers and stuff, but it's so hard to get it on film because it's so long. So I haven't attached these yet. I just have them clipped on there. But here is the really blinged out, pretty loop chain I did. Lots of bling. And that's that same ribbon that I put on her loops. I did attach these loops to. Then I did the layered military braid. So the layers are on the sides there. And then this is a double victory braid that everybody keeps calling a harlequin braid because it does look like harlequin. But all it is a double victory braid. And I will sometime in the future show you guys how to make that since I figured it out. This is the first one I made it with 8 ribbons. I made one with 6. Most victory braids are made with 4. So if that gives you any idea. And this is 9/16 inch. And look how wide it is. If I had used 7/8, it would have been really, really wide. But here, so look how pretty that is. Oh, you guys can't see it. There. So I need to make at least 2 more braids. So definitely the twisted loop. It is going to take a while since it's 30 inches long. And she had a whip braid last year, but I think I might do another whip braid just because I can get those out really quickly. And if she has one braid that's the same as last year, that's not a huge deal. I mean, she's got 3, she'll have 4 that are completely different. So one won't be a big deal. Especially if I make it look differently. Like if I do like the spiral, the candy cane version of the whip braid instead of the diamond pattern, that'll be different. Because last year, I believe she got, I'll have to look again, but I believe I did the diamond pattern. Where do I normally get the plastic trinkets from? So I get trinkets from Mom Supply stores, and I like All American Balloon. L&M. I have the hardest time saying that. L&M Wholesale also has a good variety at good prices, and then of course there's Monster Spirit and all those. But Amazon, you can also get trinkets from Amazon, and they come directly from ACI. Usually, I mean, look and see where they're shipping from, but they'll say ACI, which is who makes the trinkets. So you're safe buying. You know, a lot of people don't like buying from Amazon if it's coming from somewhere other than Amazon, but if it says ACI, that's who makes the trinkets. I've ordered several, and that always comes quickly and well packed and everything. So either one. And I always I try to order trinkets that are in like large groups, like packages of 12 or more, or at least 6. But I try not to buy trinkets that just like 1 or 2 is in the package, because you're going to be spending a lot more money. I think, weren't you one of the ones asking about that Harlequin braid, Mimi? I want to say you were. Do have mum brain going on, so it may not have been. Aw, thank you, Kay. Hi, Karen. So what? I'm lost. What are those made for? What are we talking about? Let me start cutting ribbon for that twisted loop chain. I thought so. Good. My memory is not failing me completely. That's good. Yeah, I knew you'd be happy about that. I finally found it on Pinterest, and I was like, oh, yeah, I know what they're doing. I know how they're doing that, and I played around, and sure enough. I'm trying to decide if I want the twisted loop chain, like if I want it really full all the way down, or if I want to leave gaps and then do like bling on top of them, like space them out like I did the loops. And so if I do that, then I probably definitely want a pretty ribbon for the background ribbon, because you'll be able to see it. How funny. I think Donna Beard came up with that Harlequin braid. She's on Pinterest. She always shares all her stuff on Pinterest too. So you guys, if you want to, she always comes up with unique stuff too, like unique braids and different twists on braids and stuff. So you guys, if you're looking for unique things, get on Pinterest and look up Donna Beard. She's got some really neat stuff. And she always shares that stuff, so check her out. And then I saw that Terrorific had a bunch of Harlequin braids made too. So I was like, okay, it's not crazy new, so I can do a tutorial on it. Let's see how much of this I have left. Not a whole lot. Sure, I don't have a pretty gold I could use instead. Oh, you know what? I have that gold diamond dust in the same size. I think I'll do some of my twisted loops in these pretty ribbons. I'm sorry, Karen. There's a delay too, so like I've already moved on by the time someone's asked a question. Here's the diamond ribbon. And this is also from ACI. I'm trying to see what they call it. They just say diamond ribbon, but some people call it the diamond dust ribbon. And then it looks like this on the, it looks like an acetate or something on the back. It creases and stuff, so it's good to use on braids and such. And it came on a, let's say 25, yeah, 25 yards. 4 inches, 30, and then a little bit over 30. So that's what I'm going to attach them to. And then I'm going to do some of the twisted loops in these, and then some in the acetate. That thing you're braiding. So these are braids and chains that go on mums. Are you familiar with mums at all? So those long things, those are braids and chains that we attach to the mums. So again, I'm cutting these at 6 inches long, and I'm just going to cut a bunch of them. There's 6 scarlet. And 6 old gold. Again, this is new red. If you guys want to know what color I'm using, new red and old gold. And then I'll also do some in these. And I have no idea how many I'm gonna need. I'm not gonna do a full one. I'm gonna space them out somehow. I don't even know yet how, because I haven't done that before. So these are homecoming mums, Karen, and it's just, they come in all different sizes, and then we do the mum flower, and do these backers with loops and stuff on them, and then all these different kinds of chains and trinkets and bells hanging off of them, and the kids wear them at homecoming. It is a Texas tradition, but a lot of other states and other towns, schools are picking these up. I have shipped mums all over the U.S. and people buy them for baby showers. I've made some for birthdays, Valentine's, Christmas. I did one that was Grease themed for a girl that was in a play. I didn't even count how many I had there. So just all different ones. So they're kind of like a pin-on corsage. It's just like times 1,000. Again, I'm not counting how many, I'm just cutting several, just to get me started. Oh, you're so welcome, Karen. I'm glad you're joining us. Okay, again, the twisted loops. Make sure I'm on. So this one's away from me, and that one's towards me. And then fold them where they meet at a point. I just think they look better if you get those nice and even at a point there. Now I think I'm just going to randomly attach these, go in different directions, and what I will do is I'll take this, just happen to have one right there, and then I'll cover up the staple like that, since you'll be able to see it. And you can't see it. I just realized you guys can't see that. There. Away from me, towards me. So that one's kind of facing that way, this one's kind of facing this way. Staple. Oop, there's another one. I was gluing some of these earlier, so I have a few. So if you can see the back ribbon, this is what I call the back ribbon. And it's a girl's mom. I like to use a pretty ribbon, especially if it's a blinged out mom, you know, if they paid extra for bling. So now I'll, like I said, I don't want to be too, like, any kind of order, so I just want to randomly do this. I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to back that up with a acetate or not. Let's see what it looks like. Because the back of this glitter ribbon's not real pretty. But it's going to be difficult to keep those together. Yeah, that looks better because it's shinier. The back of this glitter ribbon's just real dull looking, so I don't know if you can even tell on the video, but that just made it look shinier and prettier. There, yeah, the light's hitting it. So you could do either side, whichever one you wanted to. I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I think I'll do that one in the middle. So I'll probably end up doing this pattern where it's like this, 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 but I'm going to try to be random about the colors. Now the back of this one is shiny, so that'll be okay. And of course you could double these up if you wanted glitter on both sides. I'm overthinking it. I'm trying to be random, but I'm overthinking it. Oh gosh, my feet hurt. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. All spaced out like this. Filling up really quickly, spacing them out like this, though. I'll tell you that. Well, I said I was being random, but I'm starting to go in the same order. I guess I don't have it in me to be random anymore. Here I am. I'm going in order. I said I wasn't. I've just been very orderly lately with how I attach things. I don't know why. I think I may go through and fill in a little bit because I'm not liking it. It's too spaced out. Thank you, Sylvia. You know that multi-loop chain I've done before with regular loops where it's just like they're real randomly attached on there? That's what I was kind of going for, but that's not what I'm doing. One ribbon's a little bit longer than the other, so I'm trimming that off. See, that's about 24 inches. So I need to quit about right here. So 2 more and I need to quit and see if I want to add more stuff. Yeah, it is different. So if I add the bling and then I'll kind of look at it and see, and then maybe I might fill in some more. It didn't take very much ribbon though, that's for sure. Doing it like this. But she is in a rush for it now, like more of a rush, so that does put me on a time limit. So one more probably. And I'm just going to do gold because I don't have, oh, that's the next pattern anyway. I was going to say I used all my scarlet. That's not bad. It's just not, you know, anything real full like this. That's silver. I don't want silver. Here's my gold. Look at my little silver, like how much I got left on the silver. But I do have an extra roll of each, so I'm okay. I'm not going to run out anytime soon. This stuff is on my Amazon shop as well. Either under ribbons or under Homecoming Mom Supplies. I cannot remember. It's probably under ribbons. But I think I've got 2 different options on there. One is a single roll and then a double roll, and I bought the double roll because I've got 2 rolls of each, so. This will help. Putting on this bling will help make it look better. Just want to cover up all those nasty staples. Glue everywhere. I do have several videos I've been trying to get edited, and several that are really close. is just finding time to do the voiceovers. This is what I'm struggling with here lately, because I'm just making mums all the time. I don't have time to spend a couple of hours doing voiceovers. So I'll probably have a lot of mum tutorials after homecoming season. Oop, I don't need that one. Okay. Definitely looks a lot better with the bling. And I've got some really wide braids on there already, so it doesn't really need anything crazy big. You can go get it and see what it looks like. You can't even see it, but I think that's going to be perfect on there with all these. You know, this is really wide, this is really wide, this is pretty decently wide, so a couple of narrow ones is going to be great. And I think it would be pretty to do a really full one, but I think this is going to look good. With these big ones, I like to get out my easel and hang up the mum, and you can really tell how your braids are gonna fall on the mum, how they're gonna lay, and so it helps you to attach those braids and chains better. It's just not something that's real great for when you're doing a live stream. Okay, my dogs are fixing to go crazy because the school bus just drove by. I know you can't see that very well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know, TJ, it's huge. It's crazy. Crazy dogs. So when you do it this way, you can just tell, like, everything's hanging a certain way. Probably attach this loop chain in the center. I like to do the heaviest and widest braid like somewhere in the middle. Like, it can be over to one side a little bit more, but you got to think about if it's heavy, it's going to lean towards the middle. It's going to want to fall in the middle, so you might as well let it be where it wants to be. And then if it's really wide, it's better to put it somewhere in the middle, because it's going to be kind of awkward trying to get other ones next to it. And then I usually do like the flat ones over to the sides, because they aren't as heavy and they may be really wide, but they're not as heavy, and so they're going to stay more on the sides than what another one would. Well, even the military braids can get really heavy on their own, so that'll be a good one to put on the edge probably. And then she's going to have that 3D backer, so she's going to have all these ribbons coming out over here and covering up half of this. And then I just clip them. I clip them on with different, you know, like alligator clips or something, just to hold them in place, kind of see where do I want everything. So a whip braid right here between these two. You guys are going to go for a ride. How about that? So right between that harlequin and the loop chain, a whip braid I think will be perfect for that spot. Here's how long that sucker is. I hope that's not making y'all dizzy. So when I did that double mum, I tried to do a tutorial with the streamers, and I am going to upload that. And I put my camera or my computer up over here and recorded, but the quality on the camera on my computer on the, I can't remember what it's called, photo booth or something. last time they start barking, I think. It's not that great, so the quality of the video is not going to be that great. So I'm just warning y'all, when that does upload, please don't give me a hard time about it. But you will get to see, and then I was in the way a lot of times, and so it's really hard to get that video. I tried, but I am going to upload it so you guys can kind of see how I attached all the ribbons and stuff on that. It was I know I did the ribbon streamers, like all the different layers of ribbon streamers, but I don't think I showed the braids or anything. I can't remember. But anyway, I will upload that, but just beware that it's not that great of quality. And I kept moving my computer, like I had it over here and then I had it over here, trying to get a good angle, but not wanting my backside in it, so it wasn't fun. Hey Diana, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching the ads. Earning me a little money. I appreciate that. Like giving me a tip. So sweet. I don't have any, I don't have any trinkets on here yet. I did go ahead and attach a bunch of like this metallic cord, and let's see, what else did I attach? I guess maybe just that cord and a bunch of glitter ribbons, so I can attach bells and trinkets and stuff to those. Went ahead and stapled and glued those on, so when I go to attach trinkets later, I have a lot of options of where I can attach them. Plus, you know, using something like this, this cord that's metallic, it gives it, you know, it gives it some sparkle. So even if I don't use those, it's just some added sparkle. And I think I did 2 strands of 2 of those. And I also did this tinsel, this straight tinsel. It's like holographic gold from Hobby Lobby. They have it in gold and silver. It's only this long, however long that is. But the top is like this, so you can cut the width that you want, and then you can just staple that to your mum backer, and this just adds, you know, a little layer of fun sparkle. Super inexpensive too. Oh, did you? Yes, I do. I do make a little extra money on whoever has the premium membership, so thank you, Mimi. It shows it separately, like it'll show like the premium people, like how much I earned off that. It's not a whole lot, but it's a little bit. I mean, it's a couple $3 a month. Every little bit helps. And like Diana, you know, watch some ads that, so you get the premium, you don't have to watch the ads, but I get a little extra, so that's great. And then somebody like Diana that watches the ads for me too, you know, all that helps. I appreciate that. So I will make the whip braid before I attach all of these, just to make sure that everything is where I want it to be. And then I'll definitely add some bling to this, because again, she wants this mum blinged out. And this, I do have this already made. This is the homecoming I was talking about earlier, but I think I have it saved into my computer program. I'm trying to think, wasn't it Canvas workspace? So if I have it saved, I'll outline it. Hopefully it's the same size, and then I can go ahead and outline it and then attach it to like this harlequin braid. Because see, if I attach it like this, it kind of blends in, you can't really tell. So if I outline it in a different color like white, then it'll pop and it'll look really good. So I'll probably do that either on that one or this one. Probably this one, since the 3D backer will definitely be over on this side if I attach the braids this direction. Sometimes when I go to attach them, I end up attaching them completely differently. But that will be one of her custom cutouts. And then she got the paw print. And then I'll have to do another one somewhere. I don't know what yet. Maybe her initial somewhere. I think she's a... trying to remember if she's an M. Yeah, she's an M. She does sports. I'm trying to remember. She also, I think she wanted a feather boa, so I'm going to attach a feather boa over here. Usually do all that stuff on the left side because they usually wear them on this side. So I think I'm switched around on the left side. So if that stuff is over here, you don't want that stuff to be like close to their face. You want that stuff to be away from it. So that's why I do the custom cutout over here, because it kind of goes like this, and you wouldn't want that getting on their neck. So that's why I think about that. If they attached it on the right side, I would be screwed. Or, you know, if they do a ribbon necklace, it's over to one side. So I have, you know, you got to think about that. And if you do feathers coming up here, you got to think about if that's getting in their face or not. Oh, thank you, thank you. Not yet, but I will. I was playing around, like I didn't even know how it was going to turn out. This was an experiment, so now that I know how to make it, yes, I will do a tutorial in the future, but it might be in the spring or something when I have more time to do stuff like that. Let me go hang her back up. I do need to do, she wanted a ribbon necklace, I think. I need to attach that before I forget. Yeah, she wants a necklace. So that's a sheer ribbon. I have a huge roll of that. And it's you know, a little bit itchy, but not bad. Organza ribbons or sheer ribbons, I think they would be a little bit uncomfortable if you started sweating. I don't know how much I have of that gold metallic though. It's in here. Oh, this is real pretty too. This was from Dollar Tree. It's white with gold speckles. Let's see how much I have. If I have enough for a ribbon necklace, this would be real pretty. I think that's plenty for a ribbon necklace. That's 24. 24. This is well over. I try to do 24 inches if I'm making it where it's going to tie a bow. At least 24 inches long for each piece. And this is well over, so I'm going to do that. Since it's wide, I definitely want to go over. Because the wider the ribbon, you know, it's going to take a bigger bow to make when they tie the bow. So I'm going to cut that in half. And then this is going to be the side that's shown. Hopefully I don't seal that part. I'm not really touching the flame to it. I'm just running it really quickly closely to heat seal it so it doesn't fray. I don't know if you guys can see this. So I want to glue the back side to the top at an angle. Oh, oh, oh. My Harlequin braid is in the way. That's the only issue. My easel doesn't always work out great because I've got a little nail up there and then that's such a big hole, so. Okay, I glued that on. Now I need to staple it on as well. one piece. Again, I'm gluing the back side. Again, those braids are in the way. And I attach them like this because, you know, when they're wearing it, it's gonna go at a V shape anyway to go around their neck. So if you attach it straight up and down, it might be awkward. So I like to attach those at an angle like this so it's more natural going around their neck. I don't know if it really makes a difference or not. That's just the way I've always been doing it. And I have not had any complaints about it, so I went ahead and did a loop before I knew she wanted a ribbon necklace, but I've been attaching at least some kind of little loop on them because I'm hanging them on my little clothes hanger over here as I'm working on it. So that's gonna be real pretty. It's gonna be wide, like a really pretty bow. Plenty long, so she has lots of space to make. So see, that'll be a really pretty. I like to use soft satin ribbons for the ribbon necklace whenever I can because it's soft and it's gonna feel good against their skin. It's not gonna be irritating and itchy. I don't understand, sometimes I see people use like ribbons that I'm like, ugh. Or feather, you know, I've seen feather boas and I know that probably looks cute, but all I'm thinking about is their neck getting sweaty and having those feathers around your neck. Oh my God. And then definitely not acetates because they're so stiff. I think I've even seen tinsel. Ugh, no thank you. I would not want that around my neck. I'm gonna go hang this back up. Seems like there was something I wanted to show, but I can't remember. Can't remember if I got anything else. What I've gotten new lately. I'm always getting something. Okay, well I think it's been a couple of hours, you guys. Yes, it's been 2.5 hours. And I'm gonna have to get off here and take a little break. I have to step away every now and then. I just get like, the creativity goes down. I gotta take a break and just recharge that creativity, I guess. But I appreciate you guys getting on here and visiting with me. It always makes it go by faster when I do a live and you guys chat with me. Just like having people in here with me and expands the room a little bit, I guess. Even though I can't talk very much. I have to figure out something to do with all these ribbons. Got a ton of extras right there. So, of course, you guys, if you have any requests, comment, and I will do my best to do those videos when I get opportunity. I've had a couple of requests. I know you guys want the Harlequin, and I've got some other comments. I can't remember offhand what they were, what they wanted. I'll have to look back. But TJ, as always, thank you for joining in, and Kay, you guys are really faithful watchers, subscribers. Diana, thank you for joining in. Mimi, try to go through and say hi to everybody. Sylvia, Karen, Chantel, Tam. I don't want to forget anybody, so I always scroll through and see who was on here. Becky was on here. If I forgot anybody, Brianna, if I'm saying that wrong, Sylvia, and Teresa, Entwined, Juanita, Christy. I think that's everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this live. Hopefully I can do another one Friday. I will sure try. I'll be finishing up these mums then. I'll be boxing up, hopefully be boxing up the last of the orders Friday evening. I'm hoping to be done with all these and have them shipped out Saturday. I am noticing a little bit of delay on some of the shipping, like taking 4 to 5 days instead of the 2 to 3. From what they said, I thought it was just first class mail, but I'm noticing delays on stuff. So I'm trying to get everything out Friday and Saturday before to give at least a week. Give at least, Saturday, then it's got 5 days, I guess, to get there. And I had 3 out-of-state ones this week, and I got them out already. I moved them up because I thought if, they got further to go, I want those to have more opportunity to get there in time. And these are all Texas ones, so they won't take as long, hopefully. I've had one issue this year. Somebody did not get their ring mums. It was very disappointing, and they paid extra. They paid for express, and it went to the nearest big city and never left there, and they can't tell us where it is. It's really disappointing. So far, that's been the only issue this year. But thank you guys so much again for joining in and chatting. I always enjoy chatting with y'all. Make it go by so much faster. And don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, like, be kind with your comments, be kind to others. I know that's not always easy. It's not always easy for me either, but I try my best. We can only be better today. No, don't worry about tomorrow. Be better today. And thank you guys so much for joining in again. And don't forget, I've got memberships available if you guys are interested in that. I'm just doing that. If you are a member, please check my posts because I do a lot of posts that's just for members only, and I release some videos early to only members, and then like a week later or 2 weeks later I put them for public. So it's like early access for some of the members and some other perks for members. And then if you want to tip me, you can always tip on the live streams or by Ko-Fi, different things like that. Of course, like Diana, you can watch ads to earn your YouTubers a little bit of extra money. We appreciate anything y'all do to help my channel grow, to help their channel grow. So whoever you support, those things help. We appreciate it. I know I do. But thank you guys again for joining back. Thunder boomers. Yeah, we had some storms yesterday, and I think we're gonna get some more. It's, I guess, rolling up here from y'all. See you next time, Kay. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Diana. I wish Connie could have joined in, but she was busy. I know she joined in for a little bit. I missed her for some reason when I scrolled through, though. I know she joined in for a minute. So thank you, Connie. You're always so sweet to mention me on your videos. Little shout outs. I appreciate that. But that is going to be it for today. Again, I will try to do another live on Friday, but I can't guarantee that. So be looking for that. Since it's hard for me to get videos edited right now, I'm trying to do as many lives as I can. And it is more fun to do lives, because you guys can interact with me. Yeah, yesterday it was raining all day here too. It was really dark and made me not want to do anything, but I did. I was in here mumming. Oh, TJ, you're so sweet. TJ, she's got the little wrench because she's one of my moderators. Her and Connie, they helped me out a little bit there. So if you guys ever need like a link, they'll be right there to throw that in there for you, help me out and help you guys out. So thank you for that, DJ. And that's going to be it for today. So you guys, I appreciate y'all and have a good day. Happy mom making, everybody.